Hi and welcome back to the tape misting series. I've showed you the materials that I'm going to use on the first part of the video, and now we're going to try and mist this with the glimmer mist that I've been using throughout the series. So these would be Icicle Blue, Pink Poodle, Gold and Aquamarine, and these are all by Tattered Angels, by the Canvas Corporation's brands. At their online store you can buy these. What I've done is I've taken a piece of plastic, a bigger one, so because I figured if I want to use these misted pieces for some type of artwork, I have to mount them on something that I can release them from after I've done with the misting. So I figured this plastic might work well with that for this purpose. So let's just add some strips of tape. Can you see that? Yeah, it's still on the video. So I'm just adhering the tape onto this plastic. So this is the masking tape, painter's tape. I don't know how you call this. I think it's called masking tape. Then let's take some of the tissue tape by Tim Holtz. So this has a pattern on it already, so we'll see how that goes. And let's take 2 strips, just in case. I don't know. If it turns out really nice, I want to use more of it. Okay, then we have the other pattern. So these are all tissue tapes. These are really thin tissue paper tapes, I think. Adhesive on the back. So we'll do that. And you don't even need a scissor to cut it, you just rip it apart. That goes really nicely. And then let's take some regular washi tape. This has a little bit glossy surface, so I'm interested to see what happens when you put glimmer mist on this one, but it has a nice alphabet pattern going on in there, so this would be really nice on some kind of mixed media project. Then we have this aluminium tape, but let's take this fabric tape first. This is really sturdy. I think this will work out really nicely, but let's test that one. And then finally there's still space for one more tape. Let's add a big strip of this. As you can see, this is adhesive, so you can release it from the packaging. If it comes off, I don't know, we'll see. Probably not. So that was this is a tape I haven't used yet, so I need to figure out how to open this. Oh, it's stuck. Hold on, let me stop the video and try to unsolve this part here, and then we'll move forward. Technical problems. Okay, we're good to go. Again, I damaged it a little bit there, but oh well, I still have a few hundred meters, I think. So this is from a hardware store. You can buy this type of tape at the hardware store. And it's just aluminium with an adhesive on the back. I don't know, they use it for tiling or whatever, but it's really good for crafting too. So I've got all my tapes down here, and I've got my tissue paper here, my paper towel here prepared, and even some wet wipes just in case. Then I've got the colors, and I've opened new bottles because when filming the first, I don't know, 6 or 7 videos, I used a lot of glimmer mist on those, and the bottles eventually got empty, so I need to open the next bottles, but I still have a few left, so of the same color, to finish this video series with you. Just like we learned on the beginning of the videos, you shake these bottles not up and down, you shake them sideways, because there's glimmer in the bottle. The mica will clog the nozzle, and it will not work that well anymore. If you shake it all the time up and down, it will get stuck somewhere in the nozzle, and you will not get any color out of these. So it's good to know how to shake them in the right manner. And I'm just going to spray randomly all these colors on these tapes to see what happens. And hold on, I'm just going to get my heat gun too. Be prepared to dry them. But since they are mounted on plastic, I'm not going to be able to give them that much heat because this will react with the heat gun. So maybe we'll just leave that to air dry in the end. So let's put some glimmer mist on there. I haven't tried this on this type of materials yet. I was suspecting that this washi tape wouldn't work with the glimmer mist, but we'll leave that to dry because there have been results with glossy surfaces before that have actually then in the end worked out really nicely. So we'll see what happens. Not giving up yet. And on aluminium, of course, it's going to pearl on top because it's not soaking into the tape due to its surface structure. But we might still get some results in the end. So let's add some here, and some here. Let's blend the colors a little bit. And I think we'll need to leave that to dry on its own. And some pink in there. Fill the holes on the... I like how this is turning out good. Well, it was obvious it was going to work with fabric tape really well. But I'm excited to see what happens with the other ones. So I've now got a lake of color on this plastic surface. And I'll just leave that to dry, I think. I could try just a little bit heat to see what happens. And then when it's all dry, I'm going to come back and show you if it sticks to the tape or if it just comes off. Looks like it's working on the tissue tape, on the painter's tape. I don't know if you can adhere it as it is. You might need to add a glue strip behind the tape when it's all dry. It's curling up on the surface, but we'll see. So see what's happening. My plastic surface is building bubbles. It's deforming itself because of the heat. So I'll just leave it to dry. And then I'll come back with the results when it's all dry. I think that's the better solution for this video. Not to damage my working surface because I still need this sometimes. So see you soon with dry results. Hi there, I'm back with the dried results of the various tape types that I had chosen for this tape part of the video. So these are still mounted on the plastic so that I can use these for some type of art projects. This might be also an interesting idea to store them because you just basically just take them down when you need them for anything, and you can store them flat on this kind of piece if you have something thicker piece of plastic at home, or just mount them on a craft sheet, let them dry there, take them down when they are dry, when they are done. And the craft sheet might take heat a little bit better than this type of plastic too. Okay, so what we have here is the aluminium tape. Here I still have some areas that are not completely dry yet, but what you can see, it reacts similarly like the glossy wooden pieces that I had on my wood video series. It gathers in splotches, so it doesn't stick everywhere. You would need to add several layers to get it stick throughout the tape, but it creates a really interesting look for a metal tape. And you got all colors going on there. Not that much shine and glimmer, but you have really an interesting pattern. So this might work really nicely on a junk journal or mixed media project of some kind. I really like how it looks like. And then let me take a somewhat clean finger and wipe over the surface, and just a little bit comes off, not much. So it actually would work on a paper crafting project, mixed media project, really nicely, so it doesn't rub off when I rub it with my finger. Then next we've got the fabric tape with the adhesive back, and that looks absolutely gorgeous. Just look at the blends there and the shine and the color variations. That is so pretty. Really, really like that one. It's a shame they don't produce this product anymore. But you might be able to find adhesive backed fabric somewhere, or you create one of your own. You just add an adhesive on the back and use printed fabric, and would do the same result. And then we've got the regular washi tape, and this too, since it's a glossy surface, it doesn't soak into the paper that well, the Glimmer Mist, but it develops all types of splatters and splotches on top that maybe also won't come off. So you can hear me rubbing quite hard on the surface, and there's no color on my finger, so it stays there. So you can create interesting looking, you can alter your washi tapes with this. You just need to be patient and let it dry, or use a heat gun and then just deal with the consequences of the surface you've mounted then on, maybe reacting with the heat. But at least if you let it air dry, it will look like this in the end. It takes a while, so you will need some patience. And here we have the tissue tape. So we have two types. I've just taken 2 rolls, and I don't actually know what's the difference between these two. This might have a slightly glossier surface, this one, than the other one. Yeah, could be, because here we have totally different results. They are from the same series. They are both by Ideology, by Tim Holtz, but I don't know what's the big difference here. Maybe it's the surface structure. This one seems to be a little bit glossier because it also develops all these splotches and splatters here, but you still get this beautiful, beautiful look on the tape when you leave the Glimmer Mist on top of it and let it air dry, or heat set it with a heat gun. And then we've got the other tape, which also is a washi tape, a tissue tape by Tim Holtz. And on this one you get a really saturated look, really rich colors, and the color spread evenly all throughout the tape. So you have a beautifully toned tissue tape. So you will basically need to test what type you have at home. I don't know if these are from different years or different production lines, or if maybe this isn't from Tim Holtz, maybe this is another manufacturer, it just looks the same, could be. But this definitely is a Tim Holtz one, and that one you get these results, and this other one you get a different look. So you need to test it for what type of tape you have at home to see what happens. And then we have the painter's tape, or the masking tape, and that took the color also really nicely, and there is also some shimmer and shine left on it. And I promised you I'd rub the surface, so let's do it here. Here something comes off, so maybe you need to use a fixative, or if you don't mind, if it's a project you're going to frame, then you can leave it as it is without the fixative on top maybe. But if you're going to open and close a junk journal or something like that, you might need to put some kind of fixative on top. And then this one is the tissue tape, and here basically nothing comes off. There's a little bit blue, but it could be from the plastic area in between, so I can't tell. Let's try and rub only here. No, nothing comes off. That's it. So this was the tape series. Really, really interesting. I really like the results, and I really like the look of this plate, how it turned out. And then one more practical tip. When you take the tapes down, like here, you're left with Glimmer Mist on this surface. So what you can do, you can take your water spray bottle, spray some water on top, then take a watercolor paper and place it on top of this, go over it with the brayer, or just dab the loose wet Glimmer Mist color into the paper with your hands, and you have a nice starting point for some type of project, and you don't have to toss all this beautiful color. You can use it again and nothing goes to waste. So just a practical hint in the end. Okay, this was really fun. I really enjoyed testing the tapes with the Glimmer Mists. Thanks for watching.